Warning, this business, wholesaling real estate, is not for everyone. Hey, what's up guys? My name is Graylan Stewart. I am a virtual wholesaler and entrepreneur. I'm just a real estate investor. We buy and hold properties for long-term wealth, and we do all kinds of other strategies on getting properties locked up under contract, selling them to end buyers in some form or fashion. But our main strategy in my business is wholesaling real estate, and that's what my channel is mostly about. So let's get into the video. So yes, it is a warning because this business is not for everyone. I have people reaching out to me all the time, wanting to get started, which is great. I usually send them to my free wholesaling step-by-step videos that I've done here on the channel, because that's completely free. Why pay for something when you don't have to? But that just kind of gives somebody a basis, a guideline to get started. However, most people probably won't be able to do this business. And I'm not saying that to be harsh or mean or pessimistic, whatever you want to call it. I'm just telling you this because it's reality. Not just wholesaling, but entrepreneurship in general it's a commitment. It's super hustle. It's everything that you think it is and even more, right? It's way harder to be a business owner than it is to be an employee, and that's why most people are employees, because it's easier, it's consistent, it's guaranteed in a lot of cases as far as your salary goes and things like that. But that's why that is more appealing to the general public out there. So wholesaling real estate, whether it's a side hustle or it's your full-time job, it's a business. Whether you treat it as a business or not, it is a business. And you will have to file taxes as a business, reporting income, all those different things, right? But as you start actually growing it into a real business, you're going to have employees, maybe not employees, but at least 1099 workers, that you have to report, and you just have to go through all those business type things that are necessary, right? But the reason I say it's not for everyone, so not only is it basically you're an entrepreneur, but wholesaling itself is kind of difficult. It's super simple in concept, but it's definitely not easy. Obviously, we're searching for off-market properties, right? Trying to get contracts at a discount so that we can sell those contracts to cash buyers, which are typically landlords or fix and flippers. Those people love us because they're buying properties usually 70 to 80 cents on the dollar, as opposed to finding them on the MLS or word of mouth and that kind of thing. So we're basically their lead source, and we're marketing for leads through radio, cold calling, Facebook ads, Google ads, SMS blasts, RVMs, TV, all these different marketing methods, because we're trying to get them 50 cents or 60 cents on the dollar so that we can make that spread, right? But of course, that's easier said than done. I get people hitting me up all the time on the different social media platforms or even on YouTube messages, just trying to get some guidance, some help. That's why I do this channel. I want to tell you the truth about everything wholesaling, not just the glitz and glamour of it all. Because yes, you can make a ton of money. It's great. But there's also all the downfalls, like, okay, how do I do the marketing? What does that look like? I'm risking tons of money, hopes in getting some of that back. Do I need CRMs? Do I need cold callers? Should I outsource a cold calling company or find actual cold callers myself? Should I bring them in-house? Should I use VAs? There's all these questions kind of lingering in the air when for the people that actually want to treat this seriously. I mean, obviously, if you're doing this as a side hustle, and you're just trying to get a couple of deals in your contract, it's definitely not as difficult, because sure, you can go talk to the friends and family, people that go drive around, look at some ugly houses, try to contact those owners and get a deal. But everything that I do, I look at the future and long term. So I don't want to just be a one hit wonder, right? Do a deal or two and you're done, because I do know a lot of people that have done that. Personal friends of mine even that had got started and then they just kind of lost their fizzle or whatever you want to call it. Just because it was difficult. It's a lot harder than it looks, I guess. And scaling is even that much harder. Trying to figure out all the different things you have to do to scale a business. Obviously, you have to have systems and processes in place, but people are the most important thing. I'm having a people issue right now, just being fully transparent. It's difficult. When you have people that they have lives, right? They don't treat your business like you do. Nobody's going to take it as serious as you because it's yours, right? And that goes for any type of business, whether it's wholesaling or not. It happened to me in my marketing company. I would have account managers, come and go over, the 7 or 8 years that I was actively running that. I still have that business, but I don't necessarily need door-to-door salesmen anymore like I used to. But that was difficult. It was always the people, right? But at the same time, you can't scale without people because it's easy to say, well, I'll just do it myself. And sure, and that's the kind of person I actually am. I think I can do it better than anyone else. And usually when you own your own business, you can probably do it better than anyone else because you know what you want and you know how to do it because you've probably done it. So I just always tend to think that, well, I'll just do it myself because I can do it better and more efficiently instead of, fixing someone else's work after they do it and I paid them, all those things. That's difficult though, so that's why I say warning, because if you are getting into this business, great. I implore you to. You definitely should if you want to change your life, but you have to go in with the right mindset. That's probably, one of the things I talk about the least, but it's probably one of the most important things. I never really talk about it because it was never an issue for me. My mind has always been strong in the things that I'm trying to do and accomplish. But I know a lot of people aren't like that, because we're all made differently. God made us all completely unique and wonderful and beautiful and all those things. But we're all different is the point. And, I never realized that a lot of people struggle with mindset. So getting your mind right, I think, is super important because you have to go into this knowing that this is going to be hard work. You're going to definitely put in long hours. Sometimes we'll talk about, time freedom and things like that, but that comes later. It doesn't come in the beginning. In the beginning, you got to be willing to put in the really long hours, do everything it takes to actually make this a business, especially when you're a solopreneur. You're wearing all the hats. You're the marketing director. You are the cold caller in most cases. You are the acquisition manager. You're the transaction coordinator. You're the person dealing with attorneys and title companies. You're the disposition manager. But you're doing all those things at once, and it's difficult to scale that way. It can be done, to a smaller scale, but sustainable, no way. Because I did it. I was a solopreneur the first close to 6 to 8 months at least, and I did good. Making typically 50 to 70,000 a month those first several months, but I was working a lot. Just being honest, working more than your typical 9 to 5. Trust me. So that's just what it takes, though. But then I started building out systems, started building out processes, trying to learn from other people. That's the thing too. Why reinvent the wheel? There's already people before you that have done it. So just follow their lead, and that's why I make this channel, and that's why I do all the videos to kind of lay it all out for you. Sure, you have to piece it all together, but if you actually watch them, take it serious, take notes, you can make this a business too. So there is a warning that it's difficult, but it's also a huge reward at the end if you're willing to put in the work in the beginning. So to me, it's worth it. If you're doing something entrepreneur wise and you're starting the business, what other business can you basically do for zero out of pocket? Sure, you might want to have a couple $1,000 so you can maybe do some marketing that brings you leads and things like that. But at the same time, you can start this business with zero out of pocket. You don't need a loan. There's no real capital needed. You can work from your home, completely virtual. Even if you buy houses in the same city you live in, you can be completely virtual. Because you can just get through a lot more leads if you get good over the phone. So that's what I would say is, it's easier to do virtual, but obviously you want to know what you're doing. So initially you probably want to go to see houses just so you get an idea of what a house looks like. What is the foundation? What is sheetrock? What is luxury vinyl plank? What are different light fixtures that they have out there? What is electrical work? What's a hot water tank look like? What's an HVAC? What's a condenser? All these things obviously takes time to learn, but that's why I say you got to put in the hours. I'm serious, 18 to 20 hours a day. That's what it takes. Initially, you got to work. You got to work. Anything that's worth it takes time and effort, but it's also worth it in the end. So that's what I would say. Warning, this is definitely harder than it seems, but if you've got the hustle in you, you've got the drive, desire, and just that want to, then you can do it. And I'm here to help you do it through my videos. I've got my free step-by-step training, and also I'm late on doing it, but I am creating an actual online course for those of you that want it or need it. It just takes a lot of time. I've had a lot going on the last few months in my personal life, so it's been harder to get that going, but I'll get it done soon, because I know a lot of people have been asking me about that. When is this coming out? But I'll get it done quickly so that it's there for the ones that want it. So anyways, thanks for joining me. Please keep all those things in mind. If you stuck around this long, definitely subscribe, hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down, whatever you're feeling like, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks a lot.